Hey guys, Dylan with Highway Hauling here. Just want to say thanks for coming to watch my first video. If you like it, hit like and subscribe, please, and also share it to get more viewers for me, please. So I've had a very busy week this week. We picked up a load from Portland, Oregon, took it out to Dallas. Picked up maybe an hour and a half from Dallas and went back up to Springfield. We drove quite a bit this week for considering what we have in the past. So I just want to give you an overview of how it's been since I came here to Prime, starting with my orientation. Starting with orientation, it went fast. Everything here at Prime has gone fast, especially the orientation. Granted, it was about 3 days, but it went a lot faster than I was expecting. There was tons of paperwork to do when I first came here. It took a couple days, had a lot of videos I had to watch for computer-based training. It was annoying, but I mean, hey, you gotta do it for the job, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Next part of the process, when you first come here to Prime, if you come to Prime with just your permit, your commercial permit, you have to go through PSD, which is Prime Suited Driver. When I got into the PSD period, we had to practice the pre-trip inspection for several days. That was only until I got paired with a trainer. After I got paired with a trainer, we took a few loads. It was a few days after I started PSD that I got a trainer. Took a few loads, came back to Springfield, worked on the pad for a few days. Worked on the training pad for a few days, working on my backing, training on how to back, and then after that, first few days, I took my CDL exam. Passed it on the first try. Only got 2 points on each portion. And they were all little stupid things, which really irritated me. But, I mean, I knew what I was doing. I just forgot a few things, messed up here and there, and that was it. That being said, if I hadn't gotten those few little points on stupid stuff, I could have gotten a perfect score on my CDL exam. I'm currently in my TNT training period. At that point, currently you have to drive a minimum of 30,000 miles with a trainer. That's 30,000 between you and your trainer. It's going pretty good. It's going a lot faster than I was expecting. I figured it would take a lot longer. I started with him on April 9th, 2 days after I took my exam, and I'm down to 10,500 miles with him. So yeah, it's going fairly quick for flatbed. The reason I say that, reefer, you deliver and pick up on weekends no matter what. Flatbed, not so much. We haven't had a single load that we have delivered or dropped off, or delivered or picked up on the weekend. Usually Monday through Friday deliveries, and usually banker hours. That being said, the only thing we do on weekends is the actual driving. Next, my mountain experience. The very first time I went down a mountain, it was a 6% descent, 6 miles long, and tons of curves. It was definitely nerve-wracking. Did not like it whatsoever. I'm very thankful I had a trainer in the truck with me to help me out while I went down the mountain. Now I can go down it no problem. Yeah, I still got I'm still a bit cautious and nervous going down the mountain, But I mean, as soon as you get completely comfortable and you're not cautious at all, is when it becomes a problem. I've learned a lot. I have learned so much. I didn't even think that I would learn as much as I have. It's been crazy, very, very crazy. I've been all over. Been to Portland, Oregon twice. Been to Middlebury, Indiana twice. Down to California twice. California is the state that I hate the most driving in. It's got some beautiful scenery, but I don't like driving there. But yeah, we've been coast to coast. One of our last loads we took a few weeks ago, picked up in Salt Lake City and took it all the way out to Vermont. And then picked up in Vermont and took it all the way out to Springfield, Missouri. So yeah, we've had a few long haul trips, a lot further than I thought. I like it. I'm loving it so far. Haven't had any issues, haven't had any times where I'm like, why did I choose this? Except for flatbed. With flatbed, the worst part for me is tarping. I absolutely hate tarping, but I don't think I'm ever going to go reefer anytime soon. I'm liking flatbed, I'm liking securing the stuff. I love the hours, absolutely love the hours. You don't deliver throughout the night at all like you do reefer. So yeah, in my opinion, flatbed would be much, much better. The last time we went to Middlebury, Indiana, we driving through Chicago on 80, almost got a couple criticals. In all honesty, I'm surprised, very, very surprised I did not. So Prime has several ways to get a critical. One would be going too fast. I've heard rumors of it 72 mile an hour or faster. I've heard from others at 74 or 76. Frankly, I just don't want to find out. If I find out, that means I got a critical. Another way would be taking a turn way too fast. There's sensors on the trucks that can tell how level they are. If you take a turn too fast, you'll get a critical for a close rollover. And then the final way, the way that I almost got 2 criticals, is hitting the brakes way too hard. So anyway, back to the story. Got kind of sidetracked there, but back to the story. Driving through Chicago on I-80, heading westbound, or I'm sorry, not westbound, eastbound. Came up into a construction zone. I saw the sign saying construction zone 55 mile an hour, so I started slowing down. After that, I had a semi right in front of me. I couldn't see around him. And then, traffic was just flying in the left lane. All of a sudden, the truck in front of us slams on the brakes and almost comes to a complete stop. So, what do? I slammed on the brakes to avoid hitting him. Yeah, I slammed on the brakes. Like I said, I'm really surprised I did not get a critical for that. And then same thing about 45 minutes later. That day, I learned to keep my distance even further than what I was. The only reason I didn't have as much distance then is because I knew we were getting into a construction zone and people would be trying to cut me off. If I leave a big enough gap, someone's going to get in there and then hit the brakes and slow down. And that right there, that'll give you a critical. like I said, it's a learning experience for me. Not saying I know everything, but I have learned a lot. I like how Prime has their training system. You have to drive minimum 30,000 miles with a trainer after you get into your TNT. Used to be 50,000. I've heard a lot of people say they were ready at 30,000 and they didn't like to keep going to 50. But I mean, at the end of the day, when they tell you, hey, you got to drive this much, you got to do it. You know, you want to have a job there, you just got to do what you got to do. But yeah, I like their training system they have. It's good. 30,000, it seems like a lot, but honestly, it's really not. At the same time, granted, they can't teach you everything. You know, if you go into an area where there's not any snow at the moment, they can't train you on how to drive in the snow. The only thing they can do is tell you, hey, when it snows, slow down. When, like I said before, I got about 10,500 more miles to drive between my trainer and myself out of the minimum of 30,000. It's going. I've been with him since about a week after about a week after April started. So we're getting there. It's going a lot faster than I was expecting. I'm going to be having home time by the end of June, so looking forward to that. As long as we keep going the way we are, we will have the 10,500 miles done within about 3 weeks, so by the beginning of June. I'm getting more excited the closer I get to that point. The closer and closer I get, the more excited I get. I can't wait. So the reason we're currently in Springfield, my trainer's been having issues with his truck, just losing coolant. We haven't been able to figure out where. At first he thought it was the radiator caps or the reservoir caps. He replaced them, still didn't fix the issue. Found out where the two pieces of the reservoir come together at, started separating. Thought it was leaking from there. Noticed there was a crack there, and we assumed that's what it was. Ended up, it was not. Still kept losing coolant, kept losing coolant. Couldn't find it. So we're here in Springfield because he had to bring his truck into Freightliner. After about an hour or two of Freightliner doing a diagnosis, we found out that the truck was leaking coolant. I think he said from a radiator, or not a radiator, a coolant hose leaking out of that. Couldn't find it, and the reason we couldn't find it is because it was leaking right on top of the transmission. We both assumed that if it was leaking out, we would see it on the ground. We haven't seen anything on the ground, and he was hoping to keep pushing it off, getting it serviced and figuring out where it actually was until him and I were finished with my training. He got tired of constantly putting coolant in day after day after day, so we came back to Springfield, got it figured out, got it fixed. Thankfully, that was under warranty, so he doesn't have to pay out of pocket for it. It's Saturday today. That being said, since we're flatbed, there's not really any loads to pick up. So that being said, we're done for the weekend. We're not doing anything, just sitting here at the terminal. Yeah, we're done for the weekend. Kind of sucks because I would like to keep driving, get more mileage in, and knock out these miles as fast as possible. But yeah, can't do that, so we're just enjoying the time off. So at the beginning of the video, I forgot to mention where I got the name for my LLC, Highway Hauling. I wanted to give a shout out and a huge thanks to Johnson's Logic for helping me come up with that name. I've been asking all my friends and family what to name my LLC for quite some time. Pretty much ever since I came to Prime, I've been asking for people to help me figure out what I'm going to name my LLC. Couldn't figure it out. Everyone kept saying, oh, just use your last name. I'm like, yeah, well, I mean, everyone uses their last name when they start that kind of thing, you know. It's kind of generic, you know. And, I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with it, but I wanted something a little bit different. I couldn't figure out anything on my own. I messaged Johnson's Logic one day and said, hey, man, can you help me out? This is what's going on. He thought about it for a couple hours, and then I fell asleep. Next morning when I woke up, he said Highway Hauling. I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound bad at all. I kind of like it. So, hey, big thanks to you. I've seen you quite a bit, or seen your videos quite a bit, all the time. Love seeing them. Hope to keep seeing them, Johnson. And then, to wrap this up, like I said at the beginning, everything has gone so fast. Ever since I came here to Prime, it has been boom, 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 boom. Everything, one after another after another. It's been great. It's going fast. I'm getting more excited by the more time goes by. And I'm just ready to get into my own truck. I probably won't post another video until I do get into my own truck, or I get to the point of upgrading, well, finishing TNT and getting ready to upgrade. If you guys are YouTubers, you guys make videos, hit me up. Give me some advice on how to make better videos, what I can do. Hit me up, message me or whatnot. Please give me advice. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Also, like and subscribe. Share my videos. Come back for more. Hit the notification bell to get notifications when I do upload more videos. Hope you guys liked what you saw, and have a great night. Thanks. Hey, I also want to apologize for all the background noise. I'm here at the terminal and in the building. Sounds in the background, people talking, and people playing in the gym downstairs, playing basketball. So please excuse that. I need to get some sort of microphone with noise canceling. Right now, I'm just using cheap earbuds, wireless earbuds, so please bear with me with that. Thanks, bye.